Just think of a prison which is spread over thousands of acres from where there is no way to escape, and the danger to life is extreme. The story begins from today, thousands of years later when humans left the Earth and started settling on different planets. Some planets turned out to be good, but some had such strange, dangerous animals inside them, which were very dangerous for humans, and only one government ruled this whole universe. After this, we see a similar planet named Titanium, where people built a city of their own and created a system where every movement of humans was monitored. Then we see a girl named Christy, who was in jail on this planet. After this, we see 10 such prisoners who were sentenced to be expelled from the city. No one was given death penalty here. They were just expelled from the city because very dangerous creatures lived outside the city. The prisoners were prisoners who would kill them as soon as they got a chance. The prisoners could not escape from here, so this place was also called an open prison. Now these 10 prisoners had to reach Paradise Islands by passing through a dangerous swamp. But the truth was that till now, no one had been able to reach Paradise Islands. Well, then the captain brought all the prisoners to the outskirts of the city, where there was an invisible security cover. While removing the security cover, the captain removed the cloth from the head of a prisoner named Avon, and then ordered an iron box for all of them, which had all the things they needed. Now they had 1 hour to get out of here, otherwise the guards would shoot them. Hearing this, a woman started running here and there, crying like a madwoman. Then Christie somehow calmed the woman down. After this, a prisoner named Wolf said that he knew about everyone. I want to know that, actually, he himself has gone to the group, but then suddenly a dangerous insect named Pagan came out of the ground and immediately went back to the ground with his prey. Then Christie said that she does not want to go ahead with Wolf but with Avon. Then Avon said that, brother, we should open the box and divide the things among ourselves, and then we will go our separate ways. But as soon as the box opened, everyone attacked together, and Avon got only one knife in his hand. Then Avon said that everyone should get equal things. But then Wolf's companion tried to attack Christie, but Avon caught his neck at the same time and threatened everyone that attacking each other will not have good consequences. Finally, Wolf gave them their share. But then Arvin asked for the empty box instead of giving them some food items for which Wolf. He got ready happily. Then a voice came from the palace that the prisoners had to be taken out from here immediately. Then Wolf ordered his team to move forward, while Avon and Christie tied a heavy box on their waist and started on their way. Then suddenly there was an attack from the palace, and everyone hid behind the stones. Then Avon realized that actually this attack was done to kill him. He asked Christie to crawl forward with him. Then soon they reached a safe place, and then Avon saw that Wolf's team was also chasing them. After this, Christie asked Avon whether there really is a place named Paradise Island, to which Avon replied that if that place did not exist, then why would the government people attack them? The guards were completely sure that Avon would be killed on the way. Well, Avon said that he was going on this way for the first time, but he is sure that he will succeed. Actually, a few years ago, Avon used to be the advisor to the president of the government. On the other hand, we see that the new president called the captain and asked him how this advisor is still alive. The captain assured him that till date, no one has been able to cross these swamps. On the other hand, Christie and Arvin found some clean water on the way. Christie washed her face and started thinking about the future. Then suddenly Avon asked Christie not to move at all. Christie thought that Avon wanted to take advantage of her, but actually Avon had seen the pagan worm, which was, suddenly it came out of the ground. When Avon was confronting it, Christie showed courage and cut the insect with a knife. Later, when she was applying ointment on Avon's wounds, Christie told that once an inspector had tried to force himself on her, but when Christie did not agree, the policeman put her in jail without any fault. At the same time, Wolf's group also reached there. Wolf wanted to take back the iron box from them, but Avon tied the bitten part of the insect on his hand and started attacking Wolf using it as a weapon. Wolf realized that he could not fight Avon at the moment, so he let Arvin and Christie go, but he still kept chasing them. Actually, Wolf wanted both of them to get stuck in the swamp first, so that his group would know about the coming trouble beforehand. After some time, when Avon saw pagans coming out of the ground, he asked Christie to lie down quietly. As soon as they did so, a lot of pagans suddenly came out of the ground and attacked Wolf's group. They made many prisoners their prey and took them underground. When the press asked the captain about Avon, the captain told that one of his special men was after Avon. When it was night, Avon and Christie stopped at a place and Arvin agreed to tell him the whole truth, but Before he could say anything, Christy got tired and fell asleep there. Later, when she woke up, she heard strange sounds and thousands of insects were moving towards her. Christy ran fast out of fear, but Avon immediately caught her and put her in an iron box and himself lay down inside and closed the lid. They were saved from the terror of insects, but the lid of their box was badly broken. Actually, Avon had asked for the box to save himself from this trouble. Then, after the peace was restored, he came out and left the box there and moved ahead. After walking for some time, they reached the beginning of the swamp. Wolf's entire group was also chasing them. A girl named Layla thought that Avon and Christy would go ahead like this, so she started walking fast to reach them. Then Wolf ran to stop her, but suddenly he himself got stuck in the swamp. At the same time, Layla told everyone that Avon was actually the advisor of the previous president and he knows how to get out of here alive. Then a prisoner named Jan took Wolf out. Well, when it was night, Arvin and Christy stopped at a place and Arvin fed him raw frogs. Then he himself told Christy. He used to be the president's advisor earlier, but when the dark truth of the system came in front of him, he decided to expose them in front of the common people. Now killing anyone directly was not allowed, so the government sent him to this swamp to die. But before coming here, Avon has put a virus in the system which is locked with a special code, and no one knows this code except him. Now soon the system is going to stop working, no weapon, no camera will work, and people will be able to create a new system of their own choice. Hearing all this, Christy said that then the government people will go after him with all their might, but Avon said that he is hopeful that by then he will escape from here. On the other hand, the government system in the city started to stop working. First of all, the communication satellites stopped working, and then the next morning we saw, it is said that Layla and the other prisoners who had left Wolf's group and moved ahead encountered some wild people on the way. When their screams reached Christy, she became sad and started crying. She started cursing the person who had made this punishment. But actually, it was Avon's idea to leave them in the open without killing anyone. Hearing this, Christy got very angry and started shouting at Avon while crying. Meanwhile, Wolf saw people from his group hiding behind the stones. Then, to save her life, Layla told Wolf that she had received an offer to kill the president's advisor. If he killed Avon, the government helicopter would come to pick her up. Now an idea came to Wolf's mind that if he killed Layla, the government would probably give him this offer too. But then Layla escaped from him and got trapped in the web of a deadly spider in the swamp. The poor girl died in agony. When the captain got the news that his spy was killed, meanwhile, Jan went to Avon and Christy and misled them, due to which Avon got trapped in Wolf's trap. Wolf had suddenly tied him up and imprisoned him, and now he wanted to kill him so that the government would set him free. Now there was no other option, so Avon asked Christy to run away, but Christy suddenly kissed him. Meanwhile, Wolf asked Avon to stand up, but Arvin was not ready to listen to him. He was not there, so Wolf had to carry him on his back and move forward. We see that Sergeant Mattis and his group were living in the ruins of the old jail where the dreaded criminals lived. Soon Wolf also reached there. Then he took Avon and Christy to a place and went to deal with Sergeant Mattis, but in the middle of their conversation, Avon escaped from there. Then Wolf panicked and told the sergeant that, "You don't worry, I will find him," but the sergeant shot him in anger. Then the sergeant found Christy and Jan, and the sergeant killed Jan as well and moved forward, taking Christy in his custody. Then Avon came forward and asked the sergeant to release Christy, and in return, he will surrender himself to him. But as soon as Christy was released, the sergeant hit him in the back, which made him unconscious, and then suddenly Wolf shot Sergeant Kumar from behind. Dala Wolf was now counting his last breaths, but he was not going to miss the chance to take revenge from the sergeant. Then Arvin thanked Wolf. Wolf advised him not to try to go to Paradise Island because there is no such place. He died after giving him this advice. Later we see that Arvin reached the sea, carrying Christy in his arms, and he realized that only after crossing it, they will reach Paradise Island. To cross it, he himself collected plants and made a small island of them. On the other hand, the captain was not able to contact the sergeant anymore, so he understood that there is no use in searching for the advisor. Anyway, he still sent one last drone after Arvin. When Christy regained consciousness, he realized that the small island on which they were standing is slowly sinking. Hearing this, the person named Joe, who was with them, shouted, "I will not let you go anywhere." One of the prisoners jumped into the sea so that the weight on the plants could be reduced, and Avon and Christie could be saved. Then both of them saw a drone coming towards them. For a moment, they thought that the game was over, but before reaching them, it malfunctioned and fell into the water because now the virus created by Avon had spread in the entire system. Now he felt a little happy because the people of the city would come out of the clutches of the corrupt government. But suddenly they saw that they were moving very fast towards a waterfall. But then somehow they tied themselves to their small island, and they survived even after falling from there. This was nothing less than a miracle. Finally, they reached the shore where a secret bunker was made for the president. The one who made it was none other than Avon. But Avon did not know the last number of the code to open it, because he was the president. He had guessed the number himself. He could not guess because if he did not fill in the correct answer in 2 tries, the bunker would be locked. But then he used his brain a little and thinking like the president, he entered the number and the door opened with a bang. After going inside, he saw that the spaceship present there had a seat for only one person. Then Arvin asked Christie to go ahead, but Christie refused outright because now she had started loving Arvin. In the end, somehow both of them entered that spaceship, and after coming out of that planet, they reached the Earth where they told the whole truth to the government.